So right now, everybody should be looking at the first page of their anchor charts. So it's the one that says greater than. Today we're going to be talking about comparing numbers. So that means when we compare numbers, one of the things we're trying to find out, which number is greater? Greater is another word for what? Greater is another word for what, Michaela? Larger. So, Michaela, go ahead and read to us what it says about greater than. Loud, 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 loud. Like almost like you're screaming.
The number on the left is bigger than the number on the right.
So anytime we use the greater than symbol, the mouth of the alligator, you've probably heard this like 3 years in a row now about the mouth of the alligator. The mouth of the alligator is pointing to the left because the number on the left is greater than the number on the right. Remember, you probably learned this in kindergarten or first grade. Your teacher might have said, the alligator wants more candy or more food, whatever. So its mouth is going to be facing the larger number. 602 is greater than 593. Okay, go ahead and look at the less than. I'm going to go change the page. Another way to compare numbers is to see which one is less. Less is another word for what? Less is another word for what? Victoria? Smaller. So Victoria, very loud, almost like you're yelling. Read what it says about less than.
The number on the left is smaller than the number on the right.
The number on the left is smaller than the number on the right, so the alligator mouth is pointing to the right. So we know 172 is less than 459. Okay, so now you should be looking at the page that looks like this. I forgot, this is why I have it, because the alligators don't have the last way to compare numbers. Are they equal? Equal is another word for what? Zadie?
The same.
The same. So if the two numbers are the same, then we say equal to, and it's just an equal sign. So 439 is equal to 439. Everybody with me? Greater than means the number on the left is what? Aaron?
Greater.
Greater or
Bigger.
bigger. Less than means the number on the left is, Carla?
It means that it's left in.
Or what's another
it's
word for less?
smaller.
Say it
Or
again.
it's smaller.
Smaller. Very good. Equal to means the number on the left is, Zari?
Cool.
Equal to the number on the right, or what's another word for equal, Zari?
The same.
The same. Very good. Now, we're going to look at comparing bigger numbers and the easiest way to do that. So, before we begin, we're going to practice using a place value chart, a quick place value chart. So we're going to do a quick activity. So, those of you at school, I'm going to pass yours out. Those of you at home, it's the page that looks like this. And we're going to do a quick activity. So you can put your anchor charts to the side. Now, say I have the number. Yes, Carla, quickly.
I had it and now it's missing.
That's okay. Just do it on. Just draw one on a separate sheet of paper, as quick as you
Okay.
can. Or you can just watch and follow along. Okay, so your activity page has the ones through the 10,000s. What is it missing in that thousands period? It's missing something in the thousands period. What is it missing? Cullen?
The 100,000.
The 100,000s. But don't worry, I'm not going to give you 100,000, so don't worry about it today. Because I didn't add it because I could not find and could not figure out how to draw a 100,000s cube. Because we do have a 10,000s cube. How many ones cube are in that 10,000s cube? We'll call it a 10,000s block. Victoria, how many ones cubes are in that 10,000s block? 10,000. I didn't know how to draw a 100,000 block. So, I'm going to give you a number. You're going to put this number in your place value chart. Then you're going to figure out, okay, how many ones do I have? How many tens do I have? How many hundreds do I have? How many thousands do I have? How many 10,000s do I have? And on the lines on the bottom, you're going to write that in word form. So you're going to write how many ones you have in word form. But in the place value chart, you're going to use the digits. So the first number is 25,859. Take a minute, put it in your place value chart, then in word form, write how many of each place you have. In word form, write how many ones you have, how many tens you have, how many hundreds, how many thousands, and how many 10,000s. You have about 15 more seconds. Do your best with spelling. Okay. Finish your word, then look up. How many 10,000s did you have? Zadie.
20.
You had 20 10,000s? How many 10,000s blocks would you have with it to show this number?
1.
Aaron?
2.
2. So there are 2 10,000s. Because we have a 2, so that means there are 2 of them. Zadie, how much are 2 10,000s worth?
20,000.
Very good. 20,000. Very good. Now, how many thousands does this number have, Carla? How many thousands does this number have, Carla? How many thousands cubes would I need?
I don't know, Miss Pauls, because I don't have the sheet.
Well, but you can still look at the number and figure it out. How many?
5.
5. How much are 5 thousands cubes worth? How many ones cubes would we have in 5 thousands cubes? Carla, how much would, what is it?
5.
How many 5 ones? So there would be 5 ones cubes in 5 thousands?
Yes.
Would 5 of these be the same as 5 of these? How many of
No.
these would be in 5 of these?
No.
So how many of these would be in 5 of these? How much is that 5 in the thousands place worth?
5,000.
5,000. Thank you, Carla. Okay, the hundreds. How many hundreds flats would I have, Ethan? how many of these would I have to show this number? How many of these? 8. How many of these ones cubes would be in 8 of these hundredths flats? How much is 8 in the hundredths place worth? 800. Good. Now, Smith, how many of these 10 rods would be in this number? How many 10 rods would we have in this number, Smith? Carla, hold on one second. Just follow along and then I'll ask you in a second. I'll answer your question in a second. How many, Smith?
5.
5. Now, how many of these ones cubes are in 5 of these 10 rods?
50.
50. So 5 tens is worth 50. Last one. Victoria, how many of these little ones are in this number?
Miss Wallace
9.
has a question.
I know, sorry. How much? I didn't point to anything. If I did, I was just pointing at the number. How many of these ones cubes would be in 9 ones cubes? 9. Very good. So, this first number, I forgot to write those as words, but whatever. The first number is how many of these hundredths flats? If we're looking at the hundredths flats. This first number is how many hundredths flats? Well, we have 8. But the value is how many of these little ones cubes will fit into 8 of these hundredths flats. We already know the answer is 800. But, so that's the difference. The digit is how many of these pieces you need. The value is how many ones are in those big pieces. Okay, so, go ahead. And I need Aaron to read the sentences under the title.
Compare numbers.
Loudly.
Compare numbers. A number line is a line with numbers on it in order, regular,
In order, don't skip words.
in order, at regular
Intervals. So, a number line is a line with numbers on it at regular intervals. So, it is something that looks like this. Girls at home, can you see this? We don't need both, so we can just do this one. Because you can't see that one at home. 1, 2,
Yes, ma'am.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this is a number line. You've all seen it before. Regular intervals means there's the same amount of space and the same amount of numbers between each interval. So here we have one each tick mark is one number more than the one before it. Aaron, keep reading.
You can use a number line to compare numbers. Use these symbols to show how numbers relate to each other.
Good. How numbers relate to each other. That means what do they have to do with the other one? So we can use greater than, which means the number on the left is bigger or smaller, class?
Bigger.
Bigger. When I say class, that means everybody.
Bigger.
If we have is less than, that means the number on the left is
Less than.
bigger or
Less than.
smaller?
Smaller.
Smaller. If we have is equal to, is the number on the left bigger, smaller, or the same as the number on the right?
The same.
The same. Good. Very good. So, today we're either going to use a number line or a place value chart to figure out which number is greater or which one is smaller. Okay, so everybody, while I go change the page, put your finger or your pencil on example 1. Finger or pencil on example 1. Okay, when I see everybody's finger or pencil on example 1, we will continue. And girls at home, I'm going to trust Smith. I can see yours, so I like that, but you don't have to do that, but thank you. Okay, read in your head while I read out loud. On average, a first-year police officer earns $41,793. We know that's going to be important, so I put a box around it. You should too. Anything I write on the board, you're writing in your book or on your notes or whatever, unless I say do not write this. If I don't say any words about it, that means you write it. A first-year firefighter earns $41,294. Then we have our question. Which occupation pays more the first year? So we know, based on this question, we have police officers earn $41,793. Firefighters earn $41,294. And our question, which occupation pays more the first year? So we're trying to find out which of these numbers is greater. So what they did is they gave us a number line. So look at that number line. It starts at 41,000, goes to 41,200, then 41,400, then 41,600, 41,800, and 42,000. How much does this number go up every time? Who can figure that out? How much bigger is this number than this number? And is it the same between here, 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 and here? Zadie?
It goes up 200.
It goes up 200 each time. So that's the regular interval. That's what they mean by regular intervals. It has the same amount of space, and it goes up by the same amount each time. Very good. Okay, so first, we need to label the dots. We have a dot here between 41,200 and 41,400. So, which salary of these two comes between 41,200 and 41,400? Is it the police officer's salary that fits right here, or is it the firefighter's salary? Michaela? The firefighters, because we know that 41,294 would come after 41,200, but before 41,400. So we're going to put 41,294, and we're going to go ahead and label it with an FF for firefighter, so that we know when we come back, we know that's the firefighter's salary. Then, we only have one left, but let's figure out why. We have another dot right before 41,800. Which salary comes right between 41,600 and 41,800 and is almost right at 41,800. Is it the police officer's salary or the firefighter's salary? Zari?
The police officer's salary.
Good, the police officer's salary. So we're going to put $41,793 and then we're going to label it with PO for police officer. And there's a reason we're labeling it with who it is so we can find that answer quickly. So now let's look. 41,793. Is it to the left or is it to the right of 41,294? Remember, left is this way, right is that way. So it's 41,793 to the left or to the right of 41,294. Carla? Turn your sound on.
It's to the right.
It's to the right. So, 41,793 is to the right of 41,294. So that means that 41,793, if it's to the right on a number line, numbers get bigger as they move to the right. We start with small numbers on a number line, and then as we move to the right, they get bigger. Always, 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 always. So, if 41,793 is to the right of the other number, and the numbers get bigger as they move to the right, is 41,793 greater than, less than, or equal to 41,294? If the number is to the right on a number line, and numbers get bigger as they move to the right on a number line, is this number greater or less than this number, or equal to? Cullen?
Less.
Is it less? Remember, as we move to the right, we already figured out this
Greater.
number, 41,793, is to the right, and we know that on number lines, numbers get bigger as they go to the right. So if a number is on the right, is it greater than or less than the number on the left?
Greater.
Greater. Greater. So 41,793 is greater than 41,294. Now we have to figure out which symbol we're going to put here. Are we going to put the greater than symbol? Because the number on the left here, when we're looking at it here, the number on the left, is it bigger? Is the number on the left smaller? So we're going to put less than? Or is it equal? Are we going to put an equal sign? Are they the same? Zadie?
No. They're,
So 41,793, is it greater than, less than, or equal to 41,294?
greater than.
So which way is our mouth going to be pointing? Left or right?
Left.
Left. Very good. 41,793 is greater than 41,294. So, blank earns more the first year than blank. What goes in this first blank? Zari, are we writing numbers on this line?
No.
No, because can a number earn more than another number? Can a number earn
No.
money, period?
No.
No. Who earns money? Numbers or people, Zari?
People.
People. So we're not putting the salary here. We're putting the name of the job. So who earns more? Zari?
Police.
Who is it?
Police.
Police officers. Make sure you put that S because we're talking about more than one. Police officers earn more the first year than who? Zari?
Firefighters.
Firefighters. Yes, Victoria, quickly. Very cool. Carla, quickly. Don't forget to unmute yourself.
When you put right, it should be on the top, not the bottom of
What?
it. You put right on the wrong place.
What do you mean?
It should be on top of where you put it.
What do you mean? This word, right?
Yeah, you should put it on top.
No, it's in the right place. Because look, 41,793 is to the right of 41,294. So it's in the right place. Now, why did we label these? Because this question did not say which salary is greater. It says which occupation pays more the first year. So they're looking for a word in the answer, not a number. You have to use the numbers to find the answer, but the question is asking for a word. Is an occupation a number?
No.
No, it's a person, so we have to use the word. That's why I labeled them, the numbers, with what they were, so that when I got here, if I forgot the information, I could look back quickly and I know 41,793 is greater. And I know, since I put this PO, that that's the police officer's salary. So that's why I say always label your numbers with what they are. What do those numbers stand for? Okay, so is everybody with me on how to use a number line? Remember, you're going to mark your location on the number line, and then you're going to label it. The number to the right on a number line is greater because number lines get bigger as they move to the right. Always, always, always. But now we're going to look at using a place value chart, which will be a lot easier for you because you have one printed out, which means you don't have to draw a number line every time. You already have a place value chart. So, helper number 1, sanitize quickly, erase quickly, sanitize again quickly while I go change the page. Everybody else, turn the page and look at example 2. Okay, so now everybody's finger or pencil should be on example 2. And read in your head while I read out loud. In a recent year, the population of Vermont was 621,760. Well, I know that's going to be important, so I put a box around it. The population of North Dakota was 646,844. I just went to North Dakota for the first time this summer. Compare these two populations. Use less than, greater than, or equal to. So I've got my two important pieces of information, and I've got boxed, and I've got my question underlined. Now, we could use a number line, but that would require us drawing a number line, and we have to change the numbers every time. With a place value chart, do you really have to change what it says each time, Cullen?
No.
No. All you do is you can, if you have it on paper, you can erase and rewrite numbers. Or if you have a paper like what I gave you, you have lots of boxes. Normally, I would laminate it for you and give it to you, but I can't laminate it for you guys at home because then I'd have to drive to give it to you, and that's a lot. And our laminator's kind of broken. So, normally I'd give you to laminate it and then you could use your dry erase marker, but our laminator is not working well. If you're at school, you've seen my sign out front and it looks horrible. So we're just going to use this one that has lots of boxes. If you run out of space, you can erase. So, but right now, for example 2, we can do it on the board. So, let's see. Our first number, step 1 is to write the numbers on the place value chart. Do we start on the left or on the right when we write numbers in a place value chart? Carla?
We write them on the right.
We start on the right. That way we don't accidentally fill in boxes that we don't need. So Carla, I'm starting with Vermont. Let's go ahead and label it so that I know. What digit goes here, Carla? We're looking at Vermont.
0.
0. Next.
6.
Next.
7.
I'm at a comma, so that means I'm in a new period. What comes next?
1,000,
Just one. We're only looking at digits
One.
right now. So 1
2,
and
6.
very good. Now, I'm going to write the population for North Dakota. So I'm going to go ahead and label it. And who would like to help me with North Dakota? Zadie, do I start on the left or the right?
Right.
Right. So what digit do I put in the ones place?
4.
Tens?
1s.
Tens? What digit do I put in the tens place?
4.
Hundreds?
8.
We have a comma, so we're in a new period. Thousands?
6.
10,000s?
4.
And 100,000s.
6.
Very good. So we're done with step 1. Now let's move on to step 2. Read it in your head while I read out loud. Compare the digits of the greatest place value. Underline that like 3 times. Put some question marks. Star it. Whatever. That is very important information. Compare the digits of the greatest place value. Whenever we are comparing numbers, we start with the digit in the greatest place value. Greatest is another word for what, class? Class? Biggest, largest, whatever.
The biggest.
So, that means, let's move on to the next. If they are the same, move to the next digit to the right until you find digits that are different. So, who would like to help me with this step? Zari? We're starting in the greatest place value. What is the greatest place value that we've used?
North Dakota.
What is the listen to the question. What is the greatest place value that we have filled on our place value chart? Colin, can you help her out?
1,000.
The thousands? Is that the greatest place?
Oh, hundreds.
Just hundreds?
100,000s.
100,000s. So Zari, what digit, are our digits the same in the 100,000s place?
Yes.
So can we compare them if they're the same?
No.
Not yet. So we need to move one place over. What is one place to the right, Zari?
10,000.
The 10,000s. Are these digits the same?
No.
No. So can we compare them? Can we say if
Yes.
one is greater or less than the other?
Yes.
Yes. So in the 10,000s place, we have a 2 and a 4. Which one is greater, Zari?
4.
4. So that automatically means we know that 646,844 has to be greater than 621,760. So that means that 6,000, at the beginning of the year, I say numbers wrong too. 621,760, is it greater than, less than, or equal to 646,844? Sorry? We know that 4 is greater than 2, so that means this number has to be greater. So, 621,760, that's this number. Is it greater than, less than, or equal to this number? 646,844, sorry.
Less than.
Less than. So which way is the alligator's mouth pointing? To the left or to the right?
To the right.
To the right. Very good. Now tell me in words. Who wants to tell me in words which population is greater? Who wants to tell me in words? Victoria? Whose population is greater than whose? Tell me the whole sentence. North Dakota's population is...
North Dakota's population is greater than. I don't know.
Try it. Loud? Vermont.
Vermont. Population.
Good. So does everybody understand? We're going to be using our place value chart. Well, we're going to be using a number line, and then we're going to use our place value chart to solve the guided practice. So is everybody with me? I'm using a place value chart to compare numbers. Where do you always start when you use a place value chart? Don't tell me the left. Tell me where exactly you start. Michaela? When I'm comparing, when I write them, I start on the ones. But when I'm comparing, I start with which place value? Did we start with the ones? Did we look here first? 0 is less than 4. But that doesn't matter if all these other numbers are different. Michaela, look at what you underlined, starred, exclamation pointed. What does it say? Loud.
Compare the digits of the greater place value.
So where do we start? When we are comparing numbers using a place value chart, once we've written them, where do we start? In the greatest place value chart, whether it's the 100,000, like in this number, it could be in the millions, it could be in the 10,000s, it could be in the hundreds. Wherever the first digit in the number is, that's where we start. Let's look at number 1. Number 1 says use the number line to compare. Use less than, greater than, or equal to. So, step 1, we have 32,053 on the left, and we have 35,251 on the right. So first, they've already got our dots for us. But we need to figure out which one is which. Which of these two numbers does this dot represent? Kingston. Which of these two numbers does this dot represent? Is it 32,053 or 35,251? 32,053. So let's label it. Because 32,053 would come between 32,000 and 33,000. Now, Kingston, that means this dot represents what? The second dot represents which number? 35,251. Because we know 35,251 would come between 35,000 and 36,000 on a number line. Now, which of these numbers is to the right, Kingston? 35,251 is to the right. On a number line, do numbers get bigger or smaller as they go to the right? Bigger. So that means 35,251, is it bigger or smaller than 32,053? Bigger. So that means 32,053, is it less than, greater than, or equal to 35,251? Less. So which way does the alligator's mouth point? To the left or to the right? To the right. 32,053 is less than 35,251. Remember, on a number line, whichever number is on the right is greater, because numbers get bigger as they go to the right on a number line. Very good. Okay, number 2. Now we're going to start using our place value charts. So pull your place value charts out. And we're going to start with number 1. If you need to erase, you have like 30 seconds to erase. Those of you at school, I have extra. At home, you'll just have to erase. Those of you at school, there's one on the front and the back. Use the one that you already have first, then you can use this one. I know that. I just said I have another one. That way you don't have to erase every time. At home, you'll have to erase. Smith, that'll be real easy for you. Zari and Carla, I'm sorry. Quickly, Aaron.
My dad printed out one, so this doesn't have any numbers on it.
Oh, that's fine. You don't have to erase every time because you have that extra one. Just make sure that you're looking at the right numbers. So maybe once you're done, cross them out. Or erase them every time if you want. So, number 2. We have 25,409 and 26,409. So what I'm going to do is for this number 1, I'm going to model exactly how to do this. And then you'll help me with numbers 3 through 7. If we get to number 5 and you guys feel really comfortable, you can do number 6 and 7 on your own. We'll stop there. Okay, so number 2. I'm going to first, on my top line, I'm going to write my first number. Remember, when I'm writing the number in the place value chart, I start on the right. 9 in the ones place. You should be doing this with me. 0 in the tens place. 4 in the hundreds place. 5 in the thousands. Okay, we have 10 more minutes. Let's get through this guided practice, and then after specials, you can work on the independent. And then a 2 in the 10,000s. Now I'm going to take my other number, and I'm going to fill it out as well. 9 in the ones, 0 in the tens, 4 in the hundreds, 6 in the thousands, 2 in the 10,000s. Now I'm going to compare. I always start with the greatest place value. The greatest is the largest. Well, I don't have any thousands, so I'm going to move to the 10,000s. My digits in the 10,000s are exactly the same. So can I compare them? Can I figure out yet, you can just shake or nod your head. Can I figure out yet which one is greater or less than? No. So now I need to move to the thousands place. I have a 5 and a 6. Those are different. Can I compare now? Yes. I have a 5 and I have a 6. 6 is greater than 5. So now I know that 6,000s are more than 5,000s. So this number, 26,409, has to be greater. I don't even have to look at the rest of them because I know no matter what these digits are to the right, 6,000s is greater than 5,000s, so 26,409 is greater. Now when I come over here, I have 25,409. I don't have it circled, so that means 25,409 is less than 26,409. Pay attention to the order that these are in. Is everybody with me on how to use this place value chart? Okay, let's do number 2. I shouldn't have circled it because, whatever. So erase or move on to the next group. Let me try to use this. Number 2 says 13,636. Is it greater than, less than, or equal to 13,636? Did as best I could. Zadie, you're going to help me out. Remember, I start on this side. And I start with the first number. So what goes in the ones place?
6.
Tens?
3.
Hundreds?
6.
Thousands?
1. 3.
10,000.
1.
Anything in the hundreds, thousands? No. Now the second number. What goes in the ones?
6.
Tens?
3.
Hundreds?
6.
Thousands?
3.
10,000. 10,000. Already wrote it, but tell me. What goes in the 10,000 place?
1.
1. And again, nothing in the hundreds. Now, which side do I start on? Do I start with the greatest place value on the left or the smallest, the least place value on the right? The greatest. My greatest place value is the, what place?
100,000.
But there's nothing there, right? So I move to the,
10,000.
they're the same. Can I compare?
No.
So I move to the, what comes next?
1,000.
The thousands, they're the same. Can I compare?
No.
So I move to the,
100.
they're the same. Can I compare?
No.
So I move to the,
Tens.
they're the same. Can I compare?
No.
So I move to the,
Ones.
they're the same. So what does that mean about these two numbers? If all the digits in the place values are the same, what does that mean about the numbers?
They're equal.
They're equal. So 13,636 is equal to 13,636. Okay, go to the next two, or erase quickly. We got to move fast because we have 6 minutes till specials. And I'll tell Miss Miller, hopefully you will get done, I think you're star testing today, so I'll probably tell her as soon as you're done star testing to send you back and you can work on math if she doesn't have anything else for you to do after. Okay, Colin, we have our next two numbers. We have 72,451 and 76,321. Well, we're going to start with this number. What digit goes in the ones place?
1,
Tens?
5,
Hundreds?
4,
Thousands?
2,
10,000.
7,
Now the second number. What goes in the ones?
1,
Tens?
2,
Hundreds?
3, 6,
Excuse me. Thousands?
6,
10,000.
7,
Okay, where do we start when we're comparing? Greatest place value, least place value.
greatest,
Which is the
thousands, 10,000,
10,000.
same,
So
no,
what does that mean? Where do I go next?
the thousands,
The thousands. Are they the same?
no,
So, can I compare them?
yes,
I have a 2 and a 6. What does that mean?
6 is greater,
So what does that mean about 76,321?
that is greater,
That 76,321 is greater. So, which way does my mouse point? Left or right?
right,
Because 72,451 is less than 76,321. Very good. I know I'm going fast, but is everybody still with me? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
See how easy using tools like your place value chart makes this? Always use the tools. If you're allowed to, use it. Any quick questions before we go on to number 5? And then I think we're done. I think we're good. Do we need to do 6 and 7? If you want extra practice and we have time, we'll do it. If not, I'll let you clean up and get ready for library. Carla, super quick. What's your question?
I have when you guys was doing the
Ethan, put it away now.
with this right here,
Uh-huh.
I already did these.
Okay, well, you weren't supposed to do them yet. You were just supposed to look at them, but that's okay. Just check your answers. Okay, number 5. We have 201,953. We're trying to figure out if it's greater than, less than, or equal to 201,953. Actually, we're going to skip that one because I want to do number 6. So we're going to skip number 5. You're going to do that on your own. We're going to do number 6. And Michaela, you're going to help me. Number 6, remember we're on number 6, not number 5. Says 442,089. Is it greater than, less than, or equal to 442,078? So first, we're going to start with our first number. Michaela, what goes in the ones place? Tens?
8,
Hundreds?
0,
Thousands?
2,
10,000s?
4,
And 100,000s.
4,
Now our second number, what goes in the ones?
8,
Tens?
7,
Hundreds?
0,
Thousands?
2,
10,000s?
4,
100,000s.
4.
Okay, Michaela, where do we start when we're comparing? Greatest place value on the left, smallest place value on the right. On the,
100,
what direction?
great,
Greatest on the
right, left,
left, which is the
100,000,
100,000s place. Can we compare these?
yes,
Why?
because it's
So we need to move to the
10,000,
same. So that means I give you less and less help the more we do. So if we can't compare them, then we do what?
go to the 0,
Which is
to the same,
the, what place?
1,
Michaela? O stands for ones in the period. So this is the place. Or the thousands place. Tell me. You got to tell me what to do.
You can compare them.
So,
Go to them.
which is?
The hundreds. You can't compare them. So go to the next one. You can't compare them.
Tell me the name of the place first.
The 10 place. You can compare them.
Why? Why can I compare them?
Because they're two different numbers.
Because they're two different numbers, okay? We have an 8 and a 7. What does that mean?
8 is larger than 7.
So that means, which number is greater? The top one or the bottom one? The top one. 8 is greater than 7, so that means 442,089 is greater than 442,078. So, which way is my mouth pointing? To the right, towards 442,089, or to the left, which is 442,089, or to the right, which is 442,078, Michaela? Is it pointing to the left, or is it pointing to the right?
To the left.
To the left. Because 442,089 is greater than 442,078. Okay, we have to go. So just leave it here. You'll solve the rest. You can leave it right there because when you come back from library, you'll finish. Everybody stand up.